Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. It is a little bit of a pleasure to be reading on Canadian politics for a change. So, I thought I would take a look at some of the folks who are going to be, um, might throw their hat in the ring for the Liberal leadership. So there's few people that their names are being tossed around and so on. So I thought we might just kind of take a look at some of the players, and I will do a reading for two of them um, in this video, and then I'll do some of the others in future videos just to kind of, see who's who might make it, who might not, so on and so forth. So I will be using the Gilded Tarot Royale for this. And I'll let you know some of the names that are being tossed around right now. For my American friends, you're probably not really going to be familiar with any of these. For my Canadian friends, you might know a few of them, and there might be a few surprises. So let's see what the energy is right now around some of those that might be running. So, who do I have? Well, Chrystia Freeland is sort of top of the list. She was our deputy prime minister, as well as our minister of finance, until she resigned December 16th. There's also Mark Carney, who was head of the Bank of Canada as well as head of the Bank of England. There is Dominic LeBlanc. He is the current Minister of Finance since Chrystia Freeland left the spot. He was also Minister of Interior Affairs. He also accompanied Justin Trudeau to Mar-a-Lago. Just saying. All right, we've got Melanie Joly. She was the Foreign Affairs, or is the Foreign Affairs Minister. We've got Anita Anand. She was the Procurement Minister and then went into the Defense Minister and Transport Minister positions. There is Christy Clark, former Premier of BC. She has always mentioned she wanted to run. And she also mentioned at one point that she wanted to run for the Conservative leadership. So we'll see what the cards say about her. Who else do we have? Francois Philippe Champagne. He is the Minister of Infrastructure. Was the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He was also touted as the political or the potential leader of the Quebec Liberal Party. Jonathan Wilkinson, a Minister of Natural Resources, and he was the former Minister of the Environment and former Minister of Fisheries. We've got Karina Gould, who is the current House Leader, and Frank Bellio. He is a recently defeated Toronto St. Paul MP, and that was very long-standing Liberal seat. He lost to a Conservative. So now that we know some of the players, I want to take a look at Chrystia Freeland and Mark Carney. Now, Mark Carney has been kind of touted as, they wanted him to run several times, and at one point, he said no, he wouldn't, and that was when he took the position of Bank of England. Now, as the head of Bank of Canada, he didn't do a bad job. So we'll start off with Chrystia Freeland. Let's see what the cards have to say about her. And we start off with the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Interesting. The Magician, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay. So she started off as kind of being a team player, someone who was behind her leader, kind of championing his truth. And then she moved into the position of kind of being the bringer of truth, which is kind of exactly what she did when she resigned. Um, as the magician, she has everything that she needs at her disposal to take on the leadership role. She certainly has the experience. Um, it feels like she has the interest of the country at heart. With the Seven of Swords, I think that she might. She's going to obviously have challenges from the other people running, and I think that there might be forces kind of almost working against her. And let's not forget this is about the Good Old Boys Network, right? It's kind of the image that I saw was the um, like a kid's playhouse, and there's a sign on the door that says "No girls allowed." So I think that that the party is looking for someone with new ideas, fresh ideas, and so on. And they might see her as being part of the old guard. And well, um, she supported Trudeau, so maybe we need to look to someone else. Okay, well, it kind of there's a little impression about where she's coming from, what her energy is like. Okay, we'll take a look at Mark Carney and see what his cards have to say. And then I'm kind of going to do a side by side in terms of between the two of them who has a better chance. And it's kind of like doing the playoffs when you start off with all these teams and then people start coming out until you get to the final two. Okay. So Mark Carney, what's the energy around Mark Carney and him running for the leader of the Liberal Party and possibly future prime minister? What do we have? Okay, well, we've got the King of Pentacles. That makes sense. The Sun, the Nine of Wands, High Priestess, and the Eight of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Well, he certainly has the financial background to be able to kind of steer the country in the right direction. And like I said, he did a good job as being the head of the Bank of Canada. His A lot of people are going to see his values as aligning with their own. Um, right now, it does look pretty positive for him that he would, if he throws his hat in the ring, um, he could get a lot of speed. He may find that might find that the challenge is a little more overwhelming for him. It's one thing to be kind of appointed to a position. It's another thing um, to um, run for such a high office. Um, he's they may approach him and say, "Are you interested?" And even though it looks good, he might very well say, "You know what? I don't know. I just don't feel it right now." Um, with the high priestess, he certainly, even though he doesn't really have a lot of the vast experience that some of the others might have, um, he does have key knowledge about certain things, and that could work to his benefit. With the Eight of Swords, I don't know that he's going to be up for the challenge. I think that he might feel that he could be of service in different ways, and that he might actually be hamstrung um, by the restrictions of the position itself. So that might be one of the reasons that he might say, you know what, maybe not so much. Maybe it's something that I could look at in the future, but not for right now. So while it looks good for him, um, I think that he may decide that it's just not something that he wants to do right now. Interesting. Okay. So let's see if we put Mark Carney and Christopher Freeland up against each other. Who comes out as the winner? Who comes out as the winner between those two? Christopher Freeland, Mark Carney. Ah, by the way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments, um, your thoughts in the comment section below. I do read each and every one of them. Um, I will say that I do go through the comments, and anything that is um, nasty, vile, disrespectful, I'll just delete it. So, all right. Christopher Freeland, Mark Carney. Where do we start? All right, interesting. Eight of Swords. This is a situation of your own making, kind of feeling like you're stuck. Um, yeah, having the blinders on, not willing to see a lot of things that might be in front of you. But this is mostly about your own self perception. So, okay, we start off with the Eight of Swords, and we'll do Christopher Freeland on the left and Mark Carney on the right. So, Christopher Freeland is Seven of Wands. The Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, and King of Swords. Mark Carney is Nine of Swords. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Knight of Swords. Look at all the swords. And Six of Cups. Okay, so I think in a head-to-head between the two of them, I think that Christopher Freeland has a much better chance than he does in terms of being able to talk to people, being able to express um, what her vision for the country is, especially with the with the Seven of Wands. Yeah, she is definitely able to communicate. She's also able to communicate quickly. She gets her message across, um, very in a very timely manner, where Carney needs to think about things. He's worried about how he would come across. Um, I think that she would be a lot more genuine in what she is saying. He would be a lot more tempered. He would need to choose his words, and that could be his downfall, is that um, he's not able to express himself in a timely manner, get his message out. I think that he would be honest in his assessment of things going forward, and where the country is. And he is also part of the Old Boys Network, and this is kind of, going back to nostalgic times, when things were better, when things were good, and so on. No one has ever won an election by saying, "Listen, we're never going to get back to the way things were." So between these two, I do think that she has a much better opportunity. She can also relay the messages in a way that most people would understand. She will come across as being very genuine and truthful. With the Four of Cups, she may need to decide, um, just she may be approached by people who would say, "Listen, maybe not this time, maybe next time," right? But between the two of them, between Krista Freeland and Mark Carney, I'm getting that she would be more successful than he would. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Okie dokie. Well, before I bore you anymore, I'm going to leave that here, and I will I'll do another video, and I'm going to then do the comparison between Dominic LeBlanc and Melanie Joly. We'll see how those two stack up against each other. So get your popcorn ready. We're going to start taking bets on the game pretty soon. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. As I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below, and I'll be more than glad to take a look at anything you're interested in. Take care, all. Have a great day. Bye for now.